Before we get into this, I want to make sure that my perspective as a business coach is out front here. And I work with executive teams and hiring managers all the time, trying to find the right people. And I can tell you the following statement has never been said. I really hope this new college graduate paid attention to microeconomics so they can fully understand the inelasticity of demand that occurs with our current product. That never happens, guys. All right. When we're looking for college degrees, we're looking for general knowledge. And again, with my clients, we look to train people. We want people just to have a base level understanding of business for new graduates. What we're looking for is culture fit and competency. No one expects a new college graduate to have a complete grasp on business statistics and macroeconomic themes. And I just want to make sure we're clear on this before we get into the article. So, all right, let's get into it here. As always, links are going to be in the description, so be sure to go check that out. Now, this is from Hult International Business School. Traditional degrees hinder graduates at work. I don't know about all that. New survey reveals traditional undergraduate education is not preparing students for the workforce. That I do tend to agree with, and you're going to see what I'm talking about here in a second. Startling feedback from respondents, including less than a quarter of college graduates who say they have all the skills they need for the current role. New college students, you're not going to have all the skills for your new role. It's expected there's going to be training. Don't be so hard on yourself, guys. But it highlights the need for a new strategy from traditional degree programs. The survey also found 77% of recent graduates say they learned more in 6 months on the job than during their entire graduate experience. This is a complete failing of high school and college educators to set the correct bar for their students. There is no business that you move into that you don't learn more about the business by working in the business. Especially if you're brand new to the business world, of course you're going to learn more about businesses once you're actually in the business. College is a foundation. It's not the entire house. You build up your acumen and your skill set during your daily workload. There aren't a lot of degrees outside of the trades where you show up and you can swing a hammer on the first day. It's always a methodical increase in overall responsibility and education. So we got to work on that, guys. That's crazy. I couldn't care less about HR's opinion about this. 96% of HR leaders believe schools need to take more responsibility for workforce training. What a load of crap. That is boo. I don't like that in the slightest. HR, you do not want to outsource your training. The inevitable response I get from anyone in leadership in HR is, what if we train them and they leave? That's the wrong question. The real question is, what if we don't train them and they stay? That is the question you really should be concerned about. HR, stop trying to outsource training to someone else. It's a cost you want to incur. Trust me, it's extremely important. All right, back at it here now. Some key findings. I threw this article into ChatGPT and said, make me charts, and it made me charts. Let's take a look at this here. 77% of respondents say that they learned most of their stuff during OJT, on the job training, which is what's supposed to happen. We love that. We want more of that. 87% that they learn more from their employer than they did during their bachelor's degree, which is what's supposed to happen. So far, so good. So let's look at the next one here. HR leaders agree colleges are not adequately preparing workers at a cost to companies that hire them. Oh no, poor companies. You have to spend money in order to train your folks. It's an investment. You want to do that. Only 24% of new college graduates have all the skills needed. That number, to be honest, is probably higher than I expected. I thought that'd be around 10%. So I was kind of shocked. We were almost at a quarter. And 55% are not prepared at all. We have these young men and women who have gone to college. They have spent time learning what they thought was going to be applicable to their career. And when they get out into the business world, let's say marketing. Marketing is an example that I've seen consistently here. Due to the fast-paced changes in the marketing world, the foundations that you learn in marketing are quickly being augmented and outsourced to AI and other services. It's understood in the marketing world that when you hire a new graduate, you're going to have to deprogram them and reprogram them. So this isn't that surprising of a thing. HR leaders estimate they save more than $4,500 in training costs when employees can hit the ground running, which is why they don't want to hire college graduates. They want to hire someone with experience. And what I've said to every single business owner, you want to train your own people. You do not want to bring in people who have bad habits from someone else. Despite widespread talent shortages, most companies are avoiding hiring recent graduates. 98% of leaders say their organization is struggling to find talent, yet 89% are saying, well, we don't want to hire those guys. We don't want the new guys. And here are the reasons for the hiring challenges. Lack of real world experience, 60%, 57% lack a global mindset. They're 22. Hey, Gen X manager, did you really have a global mindset at 22? Yeah, I didn't think so. 55% poor teamwork skills. Yeah, absolutely. This stuff has to be trained, guys. 53% high training costs. Training should be one of your largest investments as a business. 51% inadequate skill sets. If you have a training mindset in your company, it doesn't matter what they come in with. And poor business etiquette is 50%. When I hear these complaints coming out of HR, hiring managers, and business owners in this survey, I hear people that are looking for a quick fix to a systemic problem within their organization. And the only way that they're going to solve that is by embracing a training culture. I cannot overstate this. You should want to have people who are motivated and don't have bad habits that want to come and work for you like you're too good to train them. That is the wrong mentality to have here. When I read this stuff, I just get sad for these businesses because they're missing out on an opportunity to bring in folks with fresh set of eyes and are going to ask questions and make you have to justify your processes. That's the other reason what's great about bringing in new folks. You bring in crusty old dudes like me, I've got my biases and opinions on the way things should be, and that's all we're ever gonna do, okay? It's just ridiculous. All right, let's get to the next one here. Graduates report they didn't receive enough guidance when selecting their degree, and many of them have regrets. Real quick, do you have any idea the percentage of people who settle into a career that is actually in line with their bachelor's degree? It's pretty small. Most of us realize in our mid-20s that 18-year-old me that decided on a degree had no idea what 30-year-old me was going to actually need for work. So don't be surprised by that. Let's take a look at these regrets that you guys got. 94% have regrets about their degree. Yeah, absolutely. I get that, especially how much they cost. 43%, they feel doomed because of their degree. Don't worry about that. It's not the end of the world. 64% wish they majored in another field. Guess what? You would be running into the exact same problems if you majored in that other field. 50% say they didn't receive enough guidance. What I would say to that is, how do you expect the colleges to provide guidance to new graduates when it takes forever to change curriculum? As someone who is an adjunct professor for business, the folks that end up teaching business for a job are separated from the day-to-day grind of what business is actually like. They operate in the theoretical versus practical. And to expect them to be able to give them the guidance that you need isn't really practical or realistic. Let's look at the last one here. Respondents agree having a business undergraduate degree is an advantage in the workplace. 62% say you are more skilled with a business degree. 91% say less onboarding time with a business degree, and 95% more likely to hire a business degree. You have a fundamental understanding of the words, the vernacular. I can say inelastic demand to you, and you're gonna be like, oh wait, I remember that. You may not fully understand it, but I'm not speaking a different language. You're familiar with it. And that is the overarching importance for business schools and why they are so important, and why business owners, you need to hire business students. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this video today, it's that training is the most important thing you're going to do for your team. Make a training culture, and you're gonna be blown away at how much better your retention is and how well people perform. When I work with my clients, we are looking for individuals who are a culture fit and competence fit. We're not necessarily looking for requisite skill sets. We will train you how to do X, Y, and Z. However, within the given industry, we are looking for the relevant degree. My companies that I work with, we start with the basic understanding that as long as you can speak the same language, the college has done its job. We don't really care if you remember your intro to management principles from first year. Couldn't care less. We're going to educate you in a way that is the best fit for the processes that we do within our companies. And that's the mindset that business owners and HR managers need to have. If this is something that you're constantly looking at as how can I get someone else to do this? How can I get someone who isn't training is such a waste. Someone else should do this for us. We just want things to be perfect. When you don't have a training mindset, you are missing out on a ton of quality people. So business owners, HR professionals, operations managers, adjust your perspective. Stop wishing colleges did more. Understand colleges are only there to provide a foundational knowledge so that when you're speaking to the graduate, it's the same words. Level set your expectations in the work that you're willing to do to ensure that you want folks who don't really know what they're doing, but they're a great culture fit, they're motivated, and they have a competency to be successful. So with that, I hope I earned your subscription today. If you'd like to learn more about how I help businesses grow faster than they ever thought possible, be sure to check out summitbusinessguides.com. Thank you, and I will see you next time.